here on a Friday night. It's leg day, for me anyways. I always start by rolling out with the foam roller and our ball. So my daughter was up sick last night. I worked this morning. She stayed home from school, which is usually when I go get my workout in. I couldn't make it, so here I am at 7:43 on a Friday night doing legs.
So I'm super quad dominant. What I do every time I'm working legs is start by pre-activating my glutes. So here I am just doing some lateral band walks. Really nice and controlled, although the video is slightly sped up. We're really focusing on just firing up the glutes. After my lateral band walks, I like to go into some external rotations, just resisting against the band and really squeezing the glutes. Lastly, here I am just doing some banded glute bridges, squeezing those glutes up and in and up, until I feel them really firing, and then I am ready to move on. I always start with my heavy compound lifts first. If I'm squatting that day, I'll start with squats. If I'm deadlifting, I'll start with deadlifts. If it's shoulder day, I'll start with something like incline press or military press. Really, because that takes the most out of me, and if I wait till the end of my gym session to go into those lifts, I'm going to be incredibly weak. My form can lack, and I really risk injury. So I like to start with them. Here I'm doing 135 by 12. My warm-up felt really good, so I'm going to throw on another 20 pounds and rep out some 155 for 8. If you notice, I reset in between every single rep. This helps me ensure that my lats are engaged and my form is on point for every single repetition. You see those shoulder blades pull down and back before I lift every time. I brace. If you watch my face, take a nice big inhale, brace, and drop. Moving on up to 175 here, another 10 pounds on each side. Only pulled for 4 reps this time. Started getting a little tired, and I really wanted to build up my strength to try for my 1 rep max again. Moved on up to 185 here for 3 reps. If you notice, the heavier I get, the more fidgety I get. I guess it's just nerves, a little anxiousness kicking in. I start repositioning and double guessing myself. Am I ready? Are my feet just right? Am I recovered enough? Okay, fine, up for another one. You can do it. Lock and load, pull. Last rep here before we move on to 1 rep max. Some serious pep talking in my head is happening here as I stare at the bar and reposition myself. And then when I finally feel ready, up and at it for 200 pounds for 1 rep. And go! Beast mode! Moved right into some hip thrusts here. My very favorite posterior chain exercise. Isolating the glutes. If you struggle to feel your glutes when you're squatting, deadlifting, things like that, I highly recommend doing some more hip thrusting. It really gives you the feel for how those glutes are supposed to recruit, and it helps keep my lower body more proportionate because my quads don't take over as much anymore now that I have figured out how to really engage my glutes. So I'm all about hip thrusting. Moving on to the last little bit of accessory work for this particular workout. Anyone who knows me knows I absolutely hate step-ups. hate step-ups. But here I am doing it anyways. Just working some drop set step-ups. I try to stay on one side, finish all the drop sets on my left leg, and then move into drop sets for my right leg. Really trying not to use that bottom leg to bounce up. So for me, I find keeping that back leg relatively straight helps me not jump or bounce my way up into the step-up. Alright, lastly, I moved into some single leg presses. Again, just like the step-ups, stay on one side, burn it out entirely, don't give it any time to rest except for how long it takes to change the pin, and then move on to the other side. These catch up so quickly. Usually the first couple reps, I'm like, oh, I got this, and then by the second drop set, I'm dying, hence the faces that are coming up right there. So real, hurts so good. I love working just one side and then the other. I mean, not that I don't do regular leg presses as well, but oftentimes we're compensating and we don't even realize that our dominant leg is taking over the movement. So really taking the time to incorporate isolated exercises is going to do wonders for keeping you balanced. And that's all she wrote, guys. I'll try and record some more workouts later. I also have a spring break vlog coming your way, so stay tuned. Until next time, keep kicking butt.